Hello my dear friends, I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the 4 crucial things you have to know about L1 visa when opening a new office, read startup, here in US. These 4 things are very important to understand before you even think about applying for L1 visa. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to get a free evaluation of your case. Let's go! Alright guys, before we start, you know the drill. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that like button if you like my content, and of course you do like my content because you're watching it. And also don't forget to subscribe to my Instagram and my TikTok. You will find the links all below this video. Why are we talking about L1 visa and 4 the most crucial things to know about this type of visa? This is important because businesses are growing and the international commerce is growing. So we see that right now and in the future, there will be more and more business between the countries, between the States and Europe and Africa and Latin America. So that means that those foreign companies, and when I say a foreign company, I mean the company that's located outside of the United States of America, okay? So just remember that. That's going to be important for your understanding what we're talking about in this video. So a foreign company is the company outside of the US, okay? US company is obviously a company in the US. Those foreign companies will want to establish their new offices, their new startups here in the States. And for that to happen, those foreign companies will need to transfer the key employees from foreign company to the US to grow and scale the US business. And for the purpose of L1 visa, we can transfer managers, executives, or people with specialized knowledge. The people with specialized knowledge is L1B. We are not going to talk about this particular visa today. So we're going to be talking about L1A, managers and executives. As long as there is affiliation between a foreign company and the US company, an affiliation established by the joint ownership of those companies, meaning that whoever owns and controls the foreign company needs to own and control the US company. It could be a person, it could be a group of people. One company can own the other company, and there could be other combinations. As long as all these things in place, we can transfer those managers and executives from, let's say, company in France to the company in US. And that company in US could be a new office, meaning a startup business with pretty much nothing going on, with a business plan and a clear idea what's going to be happening within the first year, the third year, and within the 5 years. So this is the brief description of why we're talking about L1 visa and what it actually means. 4 most crucial things to know. All right, number 1, in order for me to qualify the foreign company to be able to file the L1 petition through the new office, through the US company, I need to make sure that foreign company has 15 employees within the structure, meaning that you have 15 people working in a foreign company with a 3 level of control. The top of the company, the managers, and operative and administrative employees, the people who actually do the work. The top management are the people or a person who does the executive work, meaning that you do the strategy of the company, the policy of the company, the scaling, the growing of the company. The middle step, the middle level, are the managers and executives who actually implement those policies and those strategies. And the bottom level of this structure are the people who actually do the work with their hands, with their brains, whatever that is. There are different businesses. So I need 15 employees. We also got the L1 visas with less than 15 employees, but 15 employees is the actually risk of number of employees when we talk about L1 visa, meaning that there is a proved record that if we have 15 employees, we can prove that you are either a manager or the executive. Okay, so 15 employees is a very, very important thing to understand. Number 2, the investment. You need to make sure that you have a good budget to open up a startup business in the US. Stanislav, how much do I need to show my commitment to this new business, to this new office? There is no number in law. Actually, the law doesn't really even speak about the investment. And I can see some of you like, Stanislav, again, you just adding things up that don't exist in the law. Well, actually I don't, because they might be not in the law, but they are in the policies of the USCIS. And we see those policies implemented through the RFEs. RFE is a request for evidence. This happens when you file a petition and the immigration officer sees something missing, or he doesn't understand something, or he wants more paperwork, more documents explaining certain things. So he issues RFE, request for evidence. And in those requests for evidence, we see oftentimes that the immigration officer requires the investment in the new business. So how much is that investment? Nobody knows. Depends on your business plan. But I would say that anything less than $50,000 to $60,000 is probably going to be really hard to use. I think the best investment is above 100K. However, 60 to 80 is a balanced approach. But again, it all depends on your idea, on the scale, on the type of investment you want to bring in. But the minimum I would ask you for 50, 60 and up. So if you don't have that amount of money to open up an office here in the States, don't even bother to participate in this program. Number 3, the number of people that will be working in your US company in 1 year, in 3 years, and in 5 years. Less important in 5 years. The most crucial, the first and the third year. Out of all 4 most crucial things for L1 visa to understand, this one is number 1. I know it's number 3 in my priority, but this one is the most important. Because if your L1 idea does not require 5 employees in your company, not including the person who was transferred, that could be your employees if you own the companies. So altogether 6 employees at the end of year 1. If your idea does not require that number of people, do not bother with L1 visa. Because remember, L1 visa is a visa of international manager or international executive. A manager or an executive means that that person is going to control and direct other managers who are going to control and direct other employees. So remember that 3-level hierarchy. There is a person at the top who controls the managers, and managers control other people. Remember, I was talking about it in the first most crucial thing. Those 5 people need to be located in that hierarchy to form those 3 levels. So a transfer person is at the top, then 1 or 2 managers, and then 3 or 4 employees below those managers. That 3-level triangle. We need to have that at the end of year 1. And if we don't have those 5 people, we cannot prove the person who was transferred to the US is a manager or an executive. This is very important. So if your idea does not require that many people, try think about other visas. Maybe O1, maybe E2, maybe EB2 national interest waiver. I don't know. We need to talk about separately. But remember, 5 people. I also had L1 visas extended with 3 people instead of 5, with 4 people instead of 5, with whatever combination. But again, we are talking about risk of environment. Is 5 people at the end of year 1. So this is very important to understand. And the last thing, but not least, is the number of employees at the end of year 3. This is also very important for the same reasons as I mentioned before. At the end of year 3, I will need you to have at least 8 employees in the company besides the person who was transferred. So altogether, those are 9 employees. A transfer person who is probably an executive, CEO, whatever you call that person, maybe president. Then under that person, 2 or 3 other managers who actually manage other people. And under those managers, 5 to 6 regular employees, right? Regular people who answer the phone, who call, who input the data and things like that. So if we don't have that amount of people, your visa is not gonna be extended. And again, why we're talking about it? Well, because if your idea of your startup doesn't require 8 people at the end of year 3, then L1 visa is probably not for you. Alright guys, smash that like button if your business qualifies for those 4 crucial criteria. Let me see how many good businessmen are out there. And if you think that's the way, you can always get a free evaluation of your case from me. The way to do this is very easy. Go below in the description of this video, find a link that's gonna say free evaluation of your case, click on that link and fill out the questionnaire that I prepared for you. Yes, there are gonna be a lot of questions, but I'm gonna give you a really good free analysis. And if I see the potential in your case, then I will invite you to the immigration planning, where I will build the strategy of filing your L1 visa. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.